morning, students. How are you? Hope you all are fine. Stay healthy. Okay, beta. Yesterday, I have discussed with you about sexual reproduction. I have just started a chapter, How do organisms reproduce? But very soon, within 1 or 2 days, I will just send you revision notes also, which will help you to understand that topic the way I am teaching. Like it is also given in your book. You have a good books also. Kindly read it thoroughly from the book. But I will send you easy revision notes in your Facebook posting. Maybe I will send you in WhatsApp. So follow that notes also along with your book. As I am just sending for other chapters also. Is that clear? So, beta, first of all, I want to recap the topic. Let me first of all take attendance. Who is present, who is not present? Let me take your attendance. Okay, hope you all have sent me attendance. Let me check the attendance. Who is present, who is not present? Hope you all have sent the attendance. Let me check. Okay. Okay, almost everyone is present. Thanks for sending me your presence. Okay, beta. Now I don't want to waste time. I just want to continue the topic. Let's start with the topic. Let's first of all, I will do revision what we have did yesterday. Okay, first of all, what is reproduction? What is reproduction, beta? Yes, reproduction. Reproduction is formation of new individual of the same kind and they multiply in number. Okay, beta, this is called reproduction. Now, what is the need of reproduction? Need of reproduction for the continuation of life, for preservation of species, for the replacement of dead individual, and it play important role in evolution. Then we discussed about there are two types of reproduction. One is asexual reproduction, one is sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction occurs without the formation and the fusion of gamete. Like it is a uniparental, does not involve two parent, does not involve fusion, does not involve fertilization of gametes, and so daughter organisms are exactly same. So there is no variation, a very less variation occur in this sexual reproduction. And in case of and the organisms are genetically identical to the parents. And in one separate lesson we will discuss in detail about asexual reproduction. Now we discuss about sexual reproduction. What do you mean by sexual reproduction? It is a type of reproduction that involves fusion, fertilization of gametes. It involves sex cell, gametes, like in case of human, sperm in case of male, and ovum in case of female. And we discussed about it is a biparental. It produces organisms that are genetically different from the parent. It is a biparental fusion of gametes. Fertilization occur with involvement of gametes, and the produce in this first of all zygote is formed when male and female gamete fuse together. Zygote is formed, then it will form embryo. Ultimately, organism is produced. This we did yesterday. Then we just did discussion of significance of sexual reproduction. It results in the new combination of gene because some character daughter organism receive from one parent, like mother. Some character they receive from father. So they produce a new combination of genes, and this increased genetic variation and diversities of characters. Second significance, we discussed that variation from evolution and play important role in origin of new species. Like new characters sometimes form and it form a new species. So it play important role in evolution. Third, it maintain chromosome number in future generation. So this we did discussion in yesterday lesson. Significance of sexual reproduction. Then we started the topic sexual reproduction in plant. In this we discussed about what is the main reproductive part of plant. Reproductive part of plant is flower. Reproductive part of plant is flower. Okay. Wait, give me 1 minute. I have to just bring new marker. Okay, thank you, students. Okay, so reproductive part of plant is flower. Then after this, we have to discuss about male part, female part. There are four main parts of flower we just discussed yesterday. First is calyx, corolla, stamen, carpel. Stamen is also called androecium. Carpel is also called pistil, gynoecium. Calyx क्या है? What is calyx? It is a form of free 5 green colored leaf-like parts, sepals. It is also called sepals. What are the function of the sepals? To protect the flower in bud condition. Okay, these are the green colored part. We also discussed yesterday. These are the first of all, this is what peduncle. This is what pedicle, stalk. Then this is what thalamus. Where all this swollen structure is a thalamus where all the parts of flower are inserted. I already discussed this with yesterday. It is only a revision of the topic or recap. Okay. Then I discussed with you about sepals. These are green color. Here you can see a green color. This. Okay, these are the sepals. It protects the flower during bud condition. It is also called calyx. Now come to corolla. These are called petals. Petals are brightly colored. This comes in different colors in different flowers. Petals. What are the function of the petals? To attract the insect for pollination. Like they have to just transfer the pollen grains ना. पोलन ग्रेन्स ट्रांसफर करना है तो इंसेक्ट्स आएंगे उसको अट्रैक्ट करेंगे तभी वो पोलन ग्रेन्स लेके जाएंगे ना. सो व्हाट इज द फंक्शन? टू अट्रैक्ट द इंसेक्ट्स फॉर पॉलिनेशन. ओके, देन व्हाट अबाउट मेन थिंग इज these are the floral parts of the flower. Now come to, or you can say, vegetative part of flower. These are vegetative part and these are reproductive part of plant or flower. Yeah, that is the androecium, that is gynoecium, also called pistil. This androecium stamen is called male reproductive part of flower. This is a female reproductive part of flower. This stamen further consists of anther and filament. Anther consists of pollen grain. These pollen grains are male gamete. This we did yesterday. Yesterday we have discussed everything. Till now I have not started the next topic. Let me finish. Let me revise everything what we have discussed in my yesterday lesson. Okay. Then this stigma. Androecium stamen or androecium is a male reproductive part of flower. It is formed of stamen. Stamen क्या है? It consists of further anther and filament. Anther consists of each anther bear 4 pollen sac. Like it consists of 4 pollen sacs, which consist of pollen grain. Pollen grains are male gamete. Okay. Then after this, next is female reproductive part, that is gynoecium and carpel. which is also called pistil, also called gynoecium, female reproductive part. It consists of three parts. One is stigma, style, ovary. Consists of three parts: stigma, style, and ovary. Okay, beta? Okay, students? So, stigma, style, ovary. Ovary also consists of, after ovary, there is a thalamus. Here you can see, this is the thalamus. Here inside, let me show you another flower. Now these are not fresh flower. No? Wait. This is a thalamus. Here ovary is there inside. Here you can see ovary. Is that clear? Okay, beta. Then ovary consists of ovules. Ovary consists of ovules, which consist of egg. Ovary consists of ovule, which consists of egg. Let me just draw in okay, clear? Now these are ovules. And this is the female reproductive part. Now this diagram, from this diagram will be understand the concept of pollination. How pollen grain transfer from a male part to female part. Okay. So first of all, keep this diagram separate. Meanwhile, I'll discuss the topic of pollination. Yesterday, I also discussed with you two type of plant, that is unisexual flower, bisexual flower. Bisexual flower consists of a male as well as female reproductive parts are present on a same flower. Like in same flower, male part is also there, female part is also there. Example, mustard hibiscus. And unisexual flower, either male or female. Like या तो male होगा flower, reproductive part होगा उस flower में, या female होगा. An example is watermelon and papaya. Is that clear? Okay, now come to pollination, next concept. Pollination is the transfer of pollen grains from anther of a stamen to stigma of a flower. Like anther क्या है? Male part है. Stigma क्या है? Female reproductive part है. ठीक है? Here I just draw the structure of anther also. ठीक है? This is the anther, bilobed anther filament. It consists of pollen grains. Now, what is pollination? Now, come to pollination. Pollination is, but I have discussed about stigma, style, ovary. Let me discuss first it. I think it is left. Stigma. Stigma is the upper part. It receives pollen grain. Style, it connects stigma with ovary. And ovary is a basal structure of the carpel. It consists of female ovules as well as ovules. And in ovule, female gamete or egg is there. Is that clear? Now come to pollination. Pollination is the transfer of pollen grain from anther of a stamen to stigma of a carpel. ठीक है? This is called pollination. Pollination होता है, ट्रांसफर करती है pollen grains, male to female, males के part से female के अंदर. Now there are two type of pollination. One is self-pollination and other is cross pollination. There are two types of pollination. One is self-pollination and one is cross-pollination. First of all, we will discuss about self-pollination. Self-pollination is a transfer of pollen grain from anther of a stamen to stigma of a carpel of a same flower, of another flower, of a same plant. Like self-pollination में क्या है? Flower. Let's suppose this is a one plant. It consists of two flowers. This is one flower. This is second flower. Here transfer of, like if I'm just talking about one flower, transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma occur on the same flower. This is a self-pollination. Or transfer of pollen grains from anther of stamen to stigma of flower on the same different flower but of same plant. It is called self-pollination. But in case of cross-pollination, transfer होते हैं pollen grains from male to female part of a different plant. ठीक है? It is a cross-pollination. Like one plant है, उसका flower है, stigma है, another flower of another plant. Plants are different. Male part from pollen grains from one plant and another plant female part. It is called cross-pollination. It's called fertilization. Called sexual reproduction. ठीक है बेटा? So this was about self-pollination, cross-pollination. हाँ जी. Self-pollination की example है groundnut. Cross-pollination की example है maize. ठीक है? Now बेटा, we have to just go in detail about self-pollination and cross-pollination, their characters. It is a very, very important. Please open your book, everyone. Open your book. First of all, open the page number. I don't know in your book what is the page number. Flower structure में beta, if you open the book, we have covered the topic petals. If you see the topic flower structure in your book, we have covered the topic petals, sepals, stamen, pollen, carpels, receptacles. Receptacle is also called thalamus, where all the parts of flower are inserted. Okay, let me check your messages. But I don't know what is the page number in your new book. Please, you can just see yourself. I don't know. Okay, okay, bacha. Next is keep it here. Discuss later on. Let me just continue that lupin. One kind of flower. Lupin. Okay, beta, before start it, I have to just discuss about pollination. Pollination, beta, it can be occur through wind. It can be occur through insects. Like insects, they come, like example bees, they visit on the flower, collect the pollen, pass this pollen to another flower or another flower of a same plant or a different plant. In this way, pollination occurs. It can be occur through wind also. It can be occur through water also. In your syllabus, main is wind pollinated flower and insect pollinated flower. So this we have to discuss about some characters which are very, very important. Let's start characters of insect pollinated flower and Hanji. Please note it down. Features of insect pollinated flower. Features of insect pollinated flowers. Beta, these are very, very important. Many of the time they ask this question in a short answer type. What are the features of insect pollinated flowers? Okay, insect pollinated flowers. What are the features? First feature is, please note it down. Scent and nectar. Don't need to write full and fledged. I just give you main points. I discuss it in detail. I send you notes. I send you revision notes. on Facebook posting. You can just read out. I just write a main headings, but explanation I will give in detail. Even in book it is there. Hanji, first point is scent and nectar. Scent and nectar. Hanji. Okay. It is present here in the insect pollinated flowers so that insects can visit the flower and push past stamen to get a nectar. Like insect pollinated flower, there is a scent and good amount of nectar. So when insect visit, they collect the nectar and collect the pollens also. Second character is number of pollen grains. Number of pollen grain. Hanji, how many number of pollen grains are there? Moderate. Insect transfer pollen grains efficiently with a high chance of successful pollination. ठीक है, लाइक यहाँ पे जो पोलन ग्रेन्स होते हैं लार्ज स्टिकी होते हैं एंड मॉडरेट, लाइक इंसेक्ट ट्रांसफर करता है पोलन ग्रेन्स. ठीक है बेटा, इंसेक्ट पॉलिनेटेड फ्लावर्स के अंदर पोलन ग्रेन्स होते हैं. क्या होती है? स्मॉल अमाउंट, राउंड, स्टिकी, covered in spikes so that they can just attach to insects. Third, insect pollinated flower petals. Third point is regarding petals. Yes, petals are present, very large, colored, scented, to attract the and to guide the insects for flowers. Okay. Then about nectar, produced also by nectaries to attract insect. Stamen, it is also present inside the flower. Stamen is also present inside the, I'm just talking about the characters of the insected pollinated flowers that do pollination with the help of insects. I'm just talking about. These two are very, very important for your exam. Characters of insect pollinated flowers and characters of wind pollinated flower. As such, they ask question. And they can ask also question in the form of like petals कैसी होती है, stamen कैसा होता है, pollen grain कैसी होती है, round, sticky. These kind of question also they can ask. Stigma inside the flower. Pollen very small amount, grains are round, sticky. ठीक है. Now come to a wind pollinated flowers. हाँ जी. Features of wind pollinated flower. Wind pollinated flower. In case of wind pollinated flower, petals are absent. Petals are absent. Or if it is present, very small, green in color. Okay. Nectar is also absent. Even they can ask difference between the insect pollinated flower and wind pollinated flower. And stamen is a very long filament here. In case of stamen में क्या होता है? Filament is very long in case of the wind pollinated flower, allowing the enter to hang freely outside the flower. So pollen is exposed to wind. Pollen is exposed to wind. By wind, they can just pass, they can disperse. Okay. So beta, next character is stigma. Stigma is again large, feathery, hanging outside the flower to catch the pollen carried by wind. Next, pollen is present in large amount, light pollen grains which are easily carried by wind, easily dispersed by wind. And bracket sometime present. Bracket is a modified leaf. Like in case of onion, you have see the brackets also. Okay, this was about insect pollinated flower and wind pollinated flower. Is that clear? Now beta, after this, one thing I have to cover, then after that I have to cover that some topic is left like looping, adaptation, but before doing it, I have to cover this. Okay, because diagram is already there, so I have to just cover. Some topic is left, like looping flower is left, adaptation is left, how wind pollinated insect pollinated flowers are adapted. That I discuss later on. Let me finish the topic this. Okay. Sexual reproduction in plant. We have discussed pollination. You just forgot everything. वैसे हमेशा के लिए नहीं भूलने के लिए कहा, वैसे बोला कि एकदम 1 मिनट के लिए just remember about only pollination. Transfer of pollen grain from anther of stamen to stigma of carp. Male reproductive part of plant, female reproductive part of plant. इस कंसेप्ट पे आ जाओ, ठीक है? This is a male reproductive part of plant, and this is a female reproductive part of plant. Now, anther releases pollen grain by pollination. We now, चाहे वो pollination insect pollination है, चाहे वो wind pollination है, चाहे वो water pollination है, that is a different concept. Now we're just going to discuss a topic, fertilization, germination. ठीक है? After pollination, we are just going to discuss about germination, fertilization, कैसे होती है. Anther release pollen grains with the help of pollination. It will be transferred to the female reproductive part. In stigma, here it attached these pollen grains. Here it attached. These pollen grains get attached here. Okay, stigma. Then it attaches here. Then it grows. Now let me just here pollen grains attached. Then it grow these pollen grains. Let me just draw the diagram. ठीक है? Here these pollen grains grow along with tube. ठीक है? Here these pollen grain along with the tube. These pollen grain form a, this is called pollen tube. ये बनाते हैं pollen tube. Tube बना देते हैं. It will just pass, this pass through ovary. It will pass through ovary. ठीक है? कहाँ पे जाती है ये? ओवरी के अंदर. ठीक है? This tube it will pass to ovary. ठीक है? Now in ovary here egg cell is there. This is egg cell and this is polar nuclei. This is embryo sac. This is embryo sac, जिसके अंदर embryo होता है. It consists of, this is ovary, ovule, ovary wall. Consists of polar nuclei. Nucleus होते हैं. Here it consists of egg. It consists of egg. जो ये pollen tube है, it just pass through micropyle end. नीचे से end होता है, which is called micropyle. वहां से जाती है. This pollen grain, this pollen tube consists of 2 male gametes and also contain pollen nucleus, tube nucleus. Pollen tube nucleus also contain okay, Varda and some students, they asked me some question. I give you answer later on. Let me discuss the topic. Definitely, I just give you answer. And Varda, your one answer is also left. Today, I definitely give you answer after this lesson through my WhatsApp voice messages. Okay, these pollen tube, beta जो pollen tube है ना, it consists of 2 polar nuclei, male gamete, sorry, 2 male gamete और एक tube nucleus होता है इसके अंदर. Male gamete and tube nucleus. This pollen tube consists of male gametes and this nucleus. These pollen grain, there are 2 male gamete. One male gamete, it will be passed. So beta, till now what is present here in pollen tube consists of two male gametes, one tube nucleus, और in ovary क्या है, egg cell है and two polar nuclei. This is a polar nuclei. ठीक है, polar nuclei. Okay. Now what happened? From pollen tube, two male gamete, one male gamete fuses with egg cell. One out of two male gamete, one male gamete fuses with egg cell. One male gamete pass, it will fuses with egg cell. It will form what? It will form zygote. Then zygote form embryo. Ultimately, new plant is developed. This is called fertilization. This is called syngamy. This is called syngamy. Okay? This is called syngamy. Okay. Let me just make it clear. Draw it again. So that it should be clear to you. Okay. Here pollen grains are present. Pollen tube pass, which consists of male gametes, tube nucleus. Okay. It will be just pass. Then it will be passed into the micropyle end. Okay, micropyle end where it is present. Okay, it is present here. Now, here again embryo is there. Egg cell is there. So, egg cell के साथ one male nucleate fuses. ठीक है? Then it will just form a. This is what ovary wall. ठीक है? This is what embryo sac. This is what egg cell. This is what polar nuclei. Okay? This is ovary wall and this is what ovary. So one male gamete out of two fuses with egg cell. It will form zygote. Zygote will form embryo. And what this process is called fertilization, and it is also called syngamy. Clear hai? After this, next is two male gamete. One male gamete fuses with one egg cell. It will produce zygote. This is called fertilization. But one male gamete is left, and polar nuclei is also left. Polar nuclei is also left. So one male gamete which is left, and two polar nuclei. Male gamete from male, polar nuclei is present in female. Nuclei is, they combine together, again they fertilize to form a endosperm. This is called, this, beta see, it just combine together. This is called double fertilization. How double fertilization? In one fertilization, one male gamete fuses with zygote, embryo, seed. Okay, this is a one fertilization. Other fertilization, second fertilization, one male gamete fuses with two polar nuclei. It will form endosperm. What is the function of endosperm? It provides nourishment to developing embryo. जो embryo develop हुआ पहली fertilization से, उसको ये nourishment provide कर रहा है. Is that clear? So this is called double fertilization because दो fertilization हुई है. एंड ट्रिपल फ्यूजन, व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड ट्रिपल फ्यूजन? ट्रिपल फ्यूजन को बोलते हैं दो पोलर न्यूक्लियस है और एक गैमीट है, तो ट्रिपल हुए ना, ट्रिपल फ्यूजन. एंड दिस टोटल इज कॉल्ड डबल फर्टिलाइजेशन. दिस इज कॉल्ड ट्रिपल फ्यूजन. That was a fertilization. Collectively, it is called double fertilization. Again, I am repeating this topic because it is very, very important. Let me repeat it again. See, one male gamete in anther or pollen tube consists of two male gametes and female part consists of egg cell, two polar nuclei. One male gamete fuses with egg, form zygote, embryo, and seed. And one male gamete fuses with two polar nuclei. This is one fertilization. This is one fertilization. Collectively, it is called double fertilization. And it is also called triple fusion. 2 plus 1. 2 and 1, 3. It is also called triple fusion. So this is called double fertilization. In this way, fertilization take place. Now, how seed germination take place? Come to a next topic, that is the seed germination. Beta, kindly go through the notes which I will send you. Go through the book. You will definitely understand. Still, if there is any doubt, any of the topic, you can send me a WhatsApp. Okay? Definitely clear your doubts. Okay. Beta, after this, seed germination. What happened now? Zygote divide several times to form embryo within the ovule. Now, embryo possesses what? Embryo possesses radical, plumule, ठीक है, and cotyledonous. I just draw the diagram. Okay, this is what? ठीक है, this is what? This is plumule. This is radical. And these are cotyledonous. Plumule parts in future. So overall seed contain a future plant. Embryo develop into seedling. जो zygote के बाद embryo बना. Embryo में ने क्या बनाया? Seedling under germination. When they get favorable condition, proper light, water, embryo develop into seedling, which consists of plumule, radical, cotyledonous. मैंने बताया था ना, zygote बना fertilization के बाद, zygote के बाद क्या बना? Embryo. When embryo get favorable condition, proper light, water, it will form a seedling, which consists of a future plant. ठीक है, इसमें क्या होता है? The process of development of seedling from a seed. Seed से seedling हुआ, embryo के बाद seed बना, seed से seedling. Now seed contain a future plant. Plumule part give rise to future shoot. Radical give rise to future root. And cotyledonous helps to store food. It helps to store food. So this is a future plant. Now what about that other things, like other parts of flower like sepals, petals, they shrivel off, and then ovule changes into seed. जो ovule था वो seed बना था, ovary become fruit. ठीक है, like सबसे पहले मैंने बताया फर्टिलाइजेशन हुई, बट जो बाहर ओव्यूल वॉल थी वो किसमें चेंज हुई? सीड में. ओव्यूल की वॉल से ही सीड बना, ओवरी कन्वर्टेड इनटू फ्रूट. ठीक है, और जो सीड है, दीज आर द पार्ट्स ऑफ सीड. क्लियर? सेपल, पेटल्स, दे shrivel off. This was concept of seed germination. Now beta come to next, that is let me see your book, what is left. Hanji, in your book they have just given about importance of water, oxygen, temperature in seed germination. Water is required beta, water is very much required, okay, for metabolism, okay, for germination, okay. Then oxygen is also required for it is used in aerobic respiration for many chemical changes, and temperature is also required because germination occur rapidly at high temperature up to 40 degree. Above 40 degree, if we just temperature is above 40 degree, there will be denaturation, seedling will be killed. So temperature should be optimum for seed germination, okay. After this, I think one topic I just tell you that is left, that is a flower, lupin flower. With today I just covered the topic sexual reproduction in plant. Next step today, next class, I will start the topic sexual reproduction in animals. I don't know in your new book, lupin concept is given or not. If it is not given, send me WhatsApp. I send you notes of this. Flower is lupin. In old book, it is given on the page number 223. Lupin. Please, beta, sing Sakhi Mehtab. If you are having an old book, please let me know is given this concept is given in your book or not. Lupin. Send me WhatsApp. I'm just waiting for your response. Yes, beta. Please, beta Isha, tell me in your book this concept is given or not. Lupin. Give me quick response because 8 minutes left. I have to cover this topic. Okay, Prablin, no concept is given in this book. In your book, this is not given. But still, I just discuss it with you. If it is not given, I send you WhatsApp notes of this. I just send you. Wait, give me 2 minutes so that you are able to understand. Lupin flower. Meanwhile, beta, you revise it. Okay, I'm just quickly sending you the concept of lupin flower. Okay, hope you have you got. If anyone is not able to receive, please send it to your friends, beta. Send it to your friends about lupin flower. Now I think everyone is received. Okay. 3 students left. Let me send so that you are able to understand. Now I think everyone got the notes for the lupin flower. Now let me start this topic. Okay. Lupin flower. In lupin flower, there are 5 sepals, but these are joined. These are joined. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, petals. There are 5 sepals, 5 petals. Petals are occur in the different form, like uppermost apple, like they are just joined together from a different shape. Uppermost petal is called standard. It is called standard. And two joined together small. One is visible, one is not visible. One is on other side. It is called wings. Like every petals have a different name. And two petals, they are partially joined together inside the wings and form a boat-shaped keel. They form a boat-shaped keel. Is that clear? So these are the lupin flower. Now, what are the characters of these flowers? These flower, in this flower, carpel is very long. Carpel is very long and narrow, and long style is there. 10 stamen, 5 long, 5 short. Stamen, like 5 is short, like here, 5 is short in this stamen, like anther, 5 is short, 5 is long, and 5 they are very long. Okay? Okay, flowers, example of flower, lupin flower is pea and beans. Okay, beta? So they have just given little bit introduction about lupin flowers. Now, beta, one topic is left, that is adaptation. Adaptation में क्या बताना है कि how wind pollinated and insect pollinated flowers are adapted. Like insect pollinated flowers are adapted in various ways for pollination. Like they have such characters. These flowers are having such characters, they are adapted for pollination. Like they are brightly colored petals which attract variety of insects, and these flowers produce nectar which is very attractive to insects. Dark line are present also helps the insects to attract the nectar, to take the nectar. So these are some adaptation of, like you have to just write the character of insect pollinated flower. There's the question like what kind of adaptation they have so that they can just do pollination. I already discussed with you the character of insect pollinated flower. You have to just write that character. If there's question how wind pollinated flowers are adapted for pollination, I discussed with you the characters of wind pollinated flower. You have to just write that characters. Okay, so in this way you have to just write the characters. This was about adaptation. So till now I have covered the topic sexual reproduction in plant. If anything is left in your book, please let me know, send me message so that I covered it in next class. If any topic is left which I have not covered yet from my book, please send me message on my WhatsApp number. Next class, definitely I will cover this. Now I have to just leave the class because topic is covered. Next class, I will discuss sexual reproduction in animal, and very soon I will just take test of these topics also. I will just conduct quiz, online quiz, live class. Is that clear? Thank you very much for attending my class. Any doubt, if you are having, please send me a WhatsApp. I will definitely clear your doubts in next class before starting a next topic. Thank you very much. Okay, bye. Have a nice day.